Good morning to my panel, Dr. Rafiqullah and Puan Nur Nasuha. My name is Lau Jowin, and I'm glad to be here and present to you my final year project 1 under the supervision of IR Dr. Abdul Halim, which is titled An Investigation into the Impact of Uncertified Contractor on the Quality Performance in Construction Project in Northern Region, Malaysia. Starting with the definition, uncertified contractor is where one does not possess the qualification of any civil engineering related field certificate or has not been graduated as a civil engineer. For the quality performance, it takes account of the quality, cost, and time, such as the construction is not as per drawing. While the northern region of Malaysia includes 4 states, which is Kedah, Perlis, Penang, and Perak. Next, for the problem statement. Construction industry has faced with shortage of scarce and critical skills personnel. Secondly is the lack of entry-level requirement and no skill capacity into the construction industry. Third is the current contractor's mindset and thinking towards the new application of practices. While the fourth is the study has proved that 5.8 of inexperienced contractors have been causing the building collapse. There are 3 objectives for this study. The first is to identify the employment of uncertified contractors on construction projects in Northern Region Malaysia. Second is to evaluate the cost of uncertified contractors' performance in construction projects in Northern Region Malaysia, while the third is to categorize the ratio of unskilled and skilled contractors for the uncertified contractors. Moving on to the literature review, for the prevailing Malaysia condition, based on Malaysia's quarterly construction statistic in the 4th quarter of 2019, construction has contributed 146 billion to the economy. While for the number of contractors, it has increased in 2016 to 77,000, while G1 to G3 contractors occupied 77.3%. And now, a contractor will compete against among 10 or more contractors averagely. From previous studies, these are among the 4 main reasons of the importance of certificate for contractors. The first is to ensure that contractors has understood the fundamentals of engineering. The second is for people to acknowledge their expertise, their professionalism, and also recognize their ability. The third is for quality assurance of the contractor themselves and also the work the contractor will bring. The fourth is also to gain trust from all the parties that the contractors will be working with. Continuing with the role of contractor will select subcontractor for the specification of work, must consist of basic skills such as communication skills and analytical skills. Third is the site management skill for the supervision and coordinate of all workflow in construction. While problem-solving skills is to be resourceful and have alternatives to all problems. Contractor must also ensure the safety of all crews by following the procedure of work and have technological knowledge such as application of BMI practices or applying AI knowledges. Here is a simple procedure of a contractor selection. Owner will call for tender documents and interested contractor will send the tender documents for evaluation. They will first go through a pre-qualification stage where contractors are selected based on their criteria and only filter out the eligible contractor. Then, to the bid evaluation stage, owner will check for the completion and relevance of documents. Lastly, the selected contractor will be awarded of the project. After some research, there are 4 main reasons of being uncertified. First is the different mindset of youngsters nowadays because of the availability of resources and job openings. Second is the financial difficulties. Third, the dropout of college due to unsatisfying academic result because of the demanding courses, and last but not least is nowadays employers focus on soft skills more. Now let's take a look to the impact of uncertified contractor towards the quality performance. First is the delay in project, which is the incompleteness of project in time. Secondly, the dispute between the parties because of the communication problem. Third, because of the poor financial management abilities that will cause accumulating debt. Fourth is the failure in building, including the collapsing of building. The fifth, which is excessive construction waste due to the improper handling of waste. And sixth, there will be a continuation of unauthorized work that will endanger the safety of many. Proceeding with the methodology, this study design started with identifying a rising industrial issue. More information are searched in articles and conference paper for the literature review. The data collected is by using questionnaire targeting specific respondent and analyzed by using RRI method and also SPSS program. It then generates the results and discussion and further produce conclusion and recommendation. Here shows the development flow of questionnaire. This study uses primary and secondary resources for the literature writing, and question will be extracted from there and taking account of 5W and also no political and religious issues for the designing of question. The question is then sent for pilot study. If it's satisfactory, it will be a complete questionnaire. If it is not, it will send for redesign of question. For the complete set of questionnaire, if it is not satisfactory, it will be reviewed again, but if it is satisfactory, it will send for the data analysis. For the characteristic of the question, there will be two types. Section A is the demographic. Section B, C, D is the objective related questions, and the respondent will use Likert scale to answer the questions. For Section A, it is more on the respondent's details such as their gender, their states of living, their level of education, while Section B, C, D, it is objective related such as the employment of uncertified contractor and the cost of uncertified contractor towards the performance of construction. This questionnaire has been sent to professional academia with industrial experiences for pilot study, such as IR Dr. Ridwan, IR Dr. Raha, and IR Samru. The targeted respondent is such as engineers, designer, and site manager. The data analysis of this study is by using RRI method and also SPSS program. And the expected data collectors is 5 from Perlis, 10 from Kedah, 25 from Penang, and 10 from Perak. For the expected result, it is predicted that there is still employment of uncertified contractor in the northern region of Malaysia. Secondly, is uncertified contractor does have the effect towards the performance of project due to the lack of skills. Thirdly is the ratio of unskilled contractor will be higher for uncertified contractors. In conclusion, contractor is suggested to obtain a professional certificate to prove their professionalism in the field. This is to minimize the probability of project failure, to ensure the safety of all users, and also to ensure the construction industry is filled with skilled personnel. These are among the references that I've used in this presentation. Finally, this is the Gantt chart that I've made and followed throughout my final year project 1 to make sure that I'm always on track. Well, this is the Gantt chart for the next semester to ensure that I can complete and produce an excellent final year report too. Last but not least, I want to sincerely thank you, my panel, Dr. Rafiqullah and Puan Nur Nasuha, for giving your attention and time to listen to my presentation. I welcome any questions and comment for my final year project improvement, and I hope I could pass with flying colors. And I hope to meet you panel for my next presentation of FYP2. Thank you very much.